I ain't got a wallet and I just got it new. So Instagram go to see the scene like that. So many places around feeling like rocks. Feeling it down, they can get out too. So you start to anyone I don't try to back so but my phone's going. Way too much into this ring, I pay my car tone. It ain't no how you mommy. I don't post shit on pay, I need it coming. I think I work with it, they don't want me. But they don't think I really see something you saying there. I need you to know it's not a trick. I used to let women still like me. I got other bitches that don't want me. I don't know why you never so. I don't know. Working that block, serving that cheese. You gon' pop it on your own, cause you all need. Circle back to the storm, but I can see. On the top of the throne, so I can see. You got 1,000 grams, serve a piece. Serve it, got your hand, you gotta eat. Ready to run up a band, 3 feet. You gon' sell for the high, you gotta cheat. Just a part of my rap, man, I'm the key. This hard to sleep with this money, we'll take it. I had to hustle, go get it, one time to leave. I seen a million, so now I'm just something. With the nail, weighing the veil, down the scale. I'm a free man. I got crazy clientele. I can put my nail way up there, but I can scale. I'm a black amigo. I got crazy clientele. Junkies at my door, police at my door. Junkies at my door, police at my door. Junkies at my door, police at my door. Pounds in the day, pounds on the floor. I said the charm and my shit, I look for fun. And while I'm tall, you need a job. I'm in the top. And I'm a very area, jumping out the problem. Very, I feel like curry, I don't need pop. So,
Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to everyone listening in on Mix 96.1 FM or watching along with the live stream on PotsdamBears.com through the Huddle fan app. Or if you have been here for our first game of the doubleheader, welcome back to the Jerry Wells Gymnasium in Potsdam, New York, as we now will bring you the men's basketball action from Maxey Hall, as it is the Oneonta Red Dragons versus the SUNY Potsdam Bears. With Todd Truex engineering this broadcast on the Mix 96.1 FM radio side, I'm Taylor Salisbury, and currently the SUNY Potsdam Bears have had a long, tough road to get to where they are right now at the end of this 25-26 campaign in men's basketball. They are 1-22 so far overall, 1-15 in a SUNYAC play. The Oneonta Red Dragons come into this game 15-8, and they are also 13-3 in the SUNYAC conference. As we look at the Bears, their previous game was against Buffalo State on Valentine's Day. They ended up losing that one to the Bengals. It was a close one, 83-73 was the final tally, as they ended up then creating a streak as I flip through here, as they would keep the streak going at 16 games that they have lost in a row as they come back here to the home barn. And the Red Dragons were at home against SUNY New Paltz, and they were victorious by a final score of 78-55 in front of 274 people. And right now, coming into this game, if we look at the men's basketball standings, SUNY Oneonta is in second place. They have clinched a spot in the SUNYAC basketball playoffs. However, their seeding is still to be determined, as right now they are behind Cortland, the number 1 seed. They will not be able to catch them, though, as Cortland is 16-1, Oneonta is 13-3, so the best that they could do this weekend would be 15-3 overall. They can be the 2nd seed, though, and right now, if things stayed the same, they would play Plattsburgh State at home. Morrisville is slotted in the 6th seed spot against Cortland. However, Oneonta can switch here with Oswego, who are also tied with Oneonta, 13-3 in the records. Oneonta has won their last 3, and hopefully for the SUNY Potsdam Bears, they're able to play spoiler here, snap the 16-game losing streak, and really, well, give a little bit of excitement here on Bears Pride Night at the Jerry Walsh Gymnasium. As both teams get ready here, we will not have the anthem for our second contest this evening. Both teams will line up, as we will have the starting lineups for both teams. For the Oneonta Red Dragons program, we will see who they will be starting with, as they are going to be coming out here momentarily. They will be looking for a quick start here against the Bears. On paper, it doesn't obviously look like it should be close. However, SUNY Potsdam have had a few games here at home that have come almost somewhat down to the wire in the fourth quarter, or in the second half, and then all of a sudden just got away from them out of nowhere, where the team goes on a pretty sizable streak of points. All right, here we go with the starting lineup for the Red Dragons. Coming out first is going to be number 14, a senior guard forward, Delano Knox. Followed by, that looks to be number 15, Sam Booth, a sophomore guard forward, 6'1", 180 pounds. At the 3 is number 21, Hobson Hurley. And following him will be number 23, Cam LeClaire, a sophomore guard forward, 6'5", 210 pounds. At the 5, number 27, Nicholas Cortez, a junior guard from Harlem, New York. If that name sounds familiar to the people listening or viewing, that is because Nick Cortez used to play for the SUNY Potsdam Bears. And this would be very interesting to see SUNY Potsdam play spoiler to him in terms of seating position in the playoffs, as well as here on Bear Pride Night, as SUNY Potsdam will come out with their starting 5. It is number 0, Batualp Ozen, the freshman center, 6'8", 240 pounds. Number 4, Timothy Hardy, sophomore, 6'3", 190-pound guard. Number 12, Bobby Kimokai, the freshman guard from Plattsburgh, New York. Number 13, Mike Hancock, sophomore guard forward, is at the 4. And finally, it will be number 22, Bryson Brown, sophomore guard from New York, New York. The Red Dragons are coached by Cameron Conover. The assistant coaches are Tanner Kaufels, Nick Duran, and Luke Van Slyke. And for the Bears, they are coached in the 10th year by Coach Jim Bechtel. The associate coach in his 10th year as well is Eddie Cross, Kevin Baksh, Austin Brooks, and Mara Vaquero. And as you will see here on the live stream, the Red Dragons are in the alternate uniforms, black with red outline on the numbers and the name font on the front. The Bears in their gray home uniforms with maroon numbers and maroon white trim, as that will be an offensive turnover off of the get-go against SUNY Oneonta. The Bears will get their first offensive possession here with Mr. Electric, Bryson Brown. Hardy to Ozen. He looked to the left and shakes to the right as he gets the pass back here from Hancock, and it's a nice little hook shot from about 3 feet away. Ozen gets the first 2 points of the game. Cortez trying to push this one through Bobby Kimokai, who just palms it away. Cortez has to backpedal for the rebound. Trying to shimmy his way in at the foul line. Whistle is blown. Should be a foul here against the Bears, the first one of the game, and it will be against Bryson Brown. Cortez dribbling through his legs. He'll try to take the shot. He is used to this court as well as how the glass and the netting play in terms of putting power on your shot. He tried a weak one there, and it barely made it under the netting. So here's SUNY Potsdam again. It's Hardy driving his way in. Whistle is blown, jump ball called, and it will favor the Bears as Brown will inbound this one underneath of the basket. Looking for the outlet pass. He finds Hardy. Back up to Hancock. He's going to try to swing in on the left side of the key. His layup is no good. It looks like he took an elbow in the jaw. Doesn't realize the ball was swatted away by Brown, and Cortez was able to recover. Wide open for the pass there was Booth, and he will put up an easy shot from close range for 2. Tie game as Hardy will pass this one along. He was crisscrossing with Hancock, who had to regain possession. Now to Brown. 3-point shot. Barely made its way to the orange tin. It was rebounded by Cam LeClaire. Cortez now. Crisscross applesauce with a couple different players. Changing positions. It's Booth again. Booth swinging away from Kimokai, got the pass away. Here's a 3-point shot in front of the Bears bench, and that one is good by LeClaire. That will give Oneonta the lead 5-2 with 17 minutes and change remaining in the first half. LeClaire, a sophomore from Selkirk, New York. 3-point shot by Hardy. That one misses the mark and is rebounded by 2 different Red Dragon players. Cortez tried a finger roll to the net, and Kimokai said, "Get that out of my face," and pushes it out of bounds. Cortez to Booth. He faked out Ozen, who's trying to get back to him. Passing it back. Pushed here to Booth again. Passing it, it's Knox. 8 seconds remaining on the shot clock as Bryson Brown tries to strip that one away. Thrown down low by Knox at the ankles of Hurley. Too far for him, and the ball went out over the sideline at midcourt. So SUNY Potsdam will take over. Down by 3. Ozen looking, and he'll connect with Brown. Switching it up to Hancock. He'll try again to go down into the paint through the middle. Can't do it, so he'll have to scoot it back out here for Hardy. He puts it behind his back. I think he was looking for Hancock initially, then took it back. Hancock has it now. Misses on the shot. Tried to pick up the rebound. And again, he takes some contact right in the nose area. That time, the official saw it and called it. First foul against Delano Cox. Brown looking back for Kimokai. Cortez intercepts that in the passing lane. And he'll put up a beautiful layup behind the back. That's definitely the Nicholas Cortez that we definitely know here. If you had been watching or listening the past 2 years to the men's basketball on the radio or on PotsdamBears.com. Ozen with a pass from Hardy, and he just could not finish the play. He was, boy, oh boy, right there with nobody on him. Here's a pass. Knox trying to get away from two. His shot bounces off the back of the tin. Rebounded. Cortez will shoot that one over. And there is a floater from the foul line for two by Knox. Red Dragons now up 9-2. Brown with time and space. A lot of respect shown there by Oneonta to let him have it, but he cannot cash in on the three. In front of Coach Bechtel and the Bears bench. The Red Dragons have it, and it's an open pass. Getting free there was Hurley for two. Don't know who blew their defensive position, but now it's 11-2. Cortez getting this one back here from LeClaire. He'll come down to the foul line, straight down the pipe. His shot bounces up, goes about 4 feet up straight in the air, and then finally down into the mesh, which will now tie the game up. Or will now actually, lead to a timeout called on the court. 14 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the first half. It is 13-2, Red Dragons over the Bears. I said tied up because I was given an update up here in the Crow's Nest as we took a look in at the men's hockey team who are playing across the hall at the ice rink against Plattsburgh State. After one period of play, the game is tied 2-2, even after a power play goal was scored by Plattsburgh State. Heard that it was quite a crowd in the penalty box on both sides. There were 2 players in for the Cardinals and 3 for the Bears as a fight apparently broke out during the play. 1 foul apiece here on both squads. So far, the only one to score for the Bears has been Ozen with 2 points. 5 players for the Red Dragons as Knox, Booth, Hurley have both come up, or all 3 of them have come up with 2 points. LeClaire had a 3-pointer, and Cortez has 4, which is not surprising in the slightest. Jalen Singh is out there on the court now. Nice heartwarming note here for Singh. Looks like his parents have traveled all the way up here from Murfreesboro, Tennessee to be here for the senior this weekend on Bear Pride and Senior Night. Foul called against the Bears. That will bring to the line, it looks like Sam Booth. Booth with his first shot. It rolls around left to right on the backside and out. Singh with his first foul off of that previous play. Second shot is successful. That time for Booth. 1 for 2. Ozen gets a huge pass all the way up to midcourt. Then he left it for Hardy. Hardy now to Hancock. He tries to swing in. Looking for Ozen. Underneath the basket. It's good for 2. Ozen has 4. If he wouldn't have missed that previous possession, he'd be at 6. The big guy from Turkey. Here's Knox coming in. His shot misses the mark. Here's a second opportunity, and that one goes in again. This time it was scored by Nate Cohen, who has come off the bench here, a sophomore guard, 6'2", from Somers, New York. Ethan Baksh, who has also come off the bench for the Bears, had that one smacked out of his hands. And that is an offensive turnover on the Bears. Ozen will walk back here and take a breather. He'll be subbed in for Kimokai, who has come back out here. And it also looks like we have Landon Cox as well. Singh and Baksh, and a three-pointer is dumped in by Cohen. Boy, oh boy, that was a textbook shot as Cohen let it go. Here's Singh's shot for 3. No good, as it takes an awkward spin off the back of the net, and it was rebounded by Cohen, who now has the ball once more. He'll have to backwards dribble. They'll put it back up to the top. The point. That one is knocked away from Knox, and then again that's pushed by Cortez. He reached in on Singh, and they did catch him there on the foul. SUNY Potsdam will still have the ball here in front of the scorer's bench. 12 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in the first. 19-4, the score in favor of SUNY Oneonta. Hancock surveys the landscape, leaves it for Kimokai. His three-pointer misses on the right side this time, and it was defensively boarded by Evans. Cortez will scurry away from the crowd and get it back to Evans. Evans trying to quarterback the play, lobs it over the head of Singh. Got it over that time to Almanzar. And Almanzar puts in a 2-point basket. 21-4 quickly. The Red Dragons are already running away with this one as we're halfway through the first. Cox with a three-pointer that's airmailed from that right corner of the arch. And it's out, as Cortez was the first one there, just shielding it away, letting that roll over the end line. Another timeout here by Coach Bechtel for the Bears. 11:17 on the clock, 21-4 now is the score. And again, the only one to produce points here so far for the Bears has been Ozen off of 2 assists by Mike Hancock. Almost everybody for the Red Dragons has gotten at least 2 points or more here quickly and halfway through the first half. If you are just joining us for the second game, we do want to mention that the first game right before this was the women's basketball teams. The final score ended up being 64-26. Red Dragons just trampling over the Bears in that one, as it was Boucher that led the way. So here we go, as both teams now have 2 fouls apiece. And the Red Dragons will try to come with a burst of speed right to left across the hardwood. It's Cortez as he tries to break free from Bryson Brown. They know each other all too well. His shot, no good. Brought down by the long reach of the 6'6" freshman, Almanzar. Looks like they called a jump ball here. And it will remain the Red Dragons. Almanzar brings this down out of midair, keeping it going on the offense. Pass at the knees. Almanzar with a nice little shot from the right side, about 3 feet away for two. He has a huge wingspan, and he's 250 pounds. He has the most meat of any player on this Red Dragons program. Singh squeezes his way in, but cannot sink the bucket. Cortez will bring it back the other way. Almanzar gives it to him while he gets about 1 or 2 steps forward. And he'll get the pass along here. The upper right wing side, trying to make his way down. He ran into Landon Cox. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Gets free briefly. His three-point shot, he puts up a brick, but it is rebounded offensively by the Red Dragons, and they will try it one more time. Cortez will swing, and Cox will steal that one away. Trying to go up with it there was Mitchell Murray, and Cox with a beautiful defensive play to make sure he was not going to add another 2 points on the board. To add insult to injury on SUNY Oneonta, Potsdam has the ball again. Hancock fakes the pass. Now he will give it to Ethan Baksh. Baksh, broken ankles on his man. The shot from about 10 feet, no good. Loose ball. Cortez is able to scoop this one up off of the ground. Thrown back to the middle lane, now to the right wing side. Fade away and no good. Rebounded here by Baksh. With a burst of speed, coming back hard was Mitchell Murray, and that could have been disaster for both the players if they weren't able to keep their base of balance there. Cortez will be checking out here for a little while. They'll be picked up. Looks to be by Cam LeClaire back in this game. Brown Ozen, who has also made his way back in here with Timothy Hardy. Hardy trying to get the pick play from Ozen. It's successful. However, Hardy can't get away from Almanzar. The pass to Brown in the feet, and they're going to say there was a kick from Brown. Coach Bechtel hanging his head on his shoulder for that call. However, it will result in a turnover of possession as the Red Dragons come back the other way. 8 minutes and 42 seconds remaining here before the half. It is still a 23-4 game for SUNY Oneonta. That one is tipped away by Hardy off the shot. Ozen is able to corral it for the Bears in the defensive territory. Ozen to Baksh. Baksh slips but recovers. Got it to Brown. Shot put it out for Hardy. He'll try to come back to the middle and leaves it on the drive-by for Baksh. Spin move. Can't get away from the defender, but he will shoot over. Oh, wow! A stall on the front of the rim, and it does decide to roll forward into the netting for two. A gorgeous shot by Baksh, and now Singh steals it away. Going up with it. Body contact made, and the foul will be drawn on Nate Cohen. Singh will go to the line for two. In the back will be Baksh and Ozen. First shot by Singh hits the front of the net and is no good. One more chance to go as he steps back up to the line to reposition himself. Deep breath. There's the delivery. It's good! So here's a shot for the Red Dragons to answer back after one of the two foul attempts was made by Singh. Almanzar tries to go up with it. That long reach, however, the shot missed by a short little bit. Three-pointer that time on its way by Evans, no good. Coming down with it was Ozen as he battled with Cohen to keep control of the ball. Looks like a foul was also called on Mitchell Murray for his second so far in the contest. SUNY Potsdam will come back the other way. Baksh tries to go over the defender. However, the reach was too great. Mitchell Murray fakes out Ozen, comes in, slides through the D, has shot no good. He rebounds it, kicks it out, wide open for three. That one was taken by Cohen, no good, and he'll rebound it again. Does Mitchell Murray. 14 seconds on the shot clock here for the Red Dragons. Almanzar to Cohen. Straight down the middle, it's good for three. And Cohen is at 8 points. Bryson Brown, hook shot as he zigzagged in. And that one missed. Ozen reaching in that time. And we'll see here, did they give it? Yes, they gave it to Singh as he was making his way back. That'll be his second. Almanzar and Mitchell Murray make their way back to the respective seats. Taking their place will be Hurley. And it looks like also Evans is still in there. Leclerc made his way out as he is body to body with Cox. That one knocked away by Hancock as trying to float to the basket with it was Cohen. Nicely done by Hancock. Singh knocks it back to Hancock. Wide open was Cox. Coming in, no good on the shot. The left side of the glass from about 3 or 4 feet away. And then it went off of the Red Dragons out of play. Ball is loose. It's picked up quickly by Leclerc. Fakes out Cox. However, his shot rolls around the world and out. The Bears bring it back the other way. Landon Cox fakes the initial pass. Got it across for Kemokai. Lets it fly off the board, and it went off of Hardy's hand over the end line. Red Dragons will regain possession here. 5 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in our first half. 26-7 is the score for Oneonta. 5 fouls to the Bears' 3 so far. That one hurled out, and another 3 is made by Cohen. And now it's just looking like clockwork for number 4 in black and red on those 3-pointers. Here's Hancock with a 3, not to be outdone. However, that one again will bobble off of the rim. With it now, that time was Booth, and he's able to pop off of Bryson Brown and poke it in for 2. Cox at the top of the arch. Hancock got the pass. Then he gave it to Kemokai. Brown, what a beautiful spin, but his shot goes up and over the glass. There was a foul, though, on Cohen. That would have been a just terrific highlight reel spinorama play if Bryson Brown was able to sink it. There's his first shot from the charity stripe, and he made it. Cox will sub with Ethan Baksh, who has hopped off his chair. And here's the second shot from Brown. That one, no good as it goes off the right. Down in the bottom left-hand corner on the opposite side of the gymnasium. And it's another three, the fourth one in a row for Nate Cohen. I'm not even going to say he's heating up. He is on fire right now. Baksh, 2 feet out, no good. Rebounded defensively by Cortez. And here, wide open on the pass was LeClaire, who puts it over the top of Hancock. Trying to come back the other way is Hardy. His shot missed. Cortez does not keep it inbound. It will be SUNY Potsdam's ball midway into Oneonta's defensive zone. Hardy, Brown, Kemokai back to Hardy, trying to get over Booth, right underneath the net, and again it bobbles over the top, almost like there is plastic cling wrap across the net of the Red Dragons. It will not go. And there's a hook shot from the left side. That goes in for Hurley. He's at 6 in this one. But leading the way is Cohen on those 4 3-point shots. And that one is good from downtown for Kemokai. His first bucket of the game. However, SUNY Potsdam still down here by a large deficit, 38-11. Hancock has this one and will leave it for Singh. He's trying to beat one man, no good. That went off of the toe of Booth. He puts it forward on a break for Cortez. His shot missed the mark. And now look at this one, Hancock to Baksh. Whoa, he does a complete rotation in the air, takes the shot, and it's in 4-2. Nicely done by Baksh. 2 minutes remaining. Booth with a one-handed push towards the net, no good. Again, Hancock, defensive rebound. Kemokai back to Brown. Brown brings his way in. It rolls in, and he will get the and one off of Hobson Hurley. That is what the Bears needed. A little bit of momentum. So Brown back up to the line here. 1 for 2. Here's his shot. He only had one, and it was no good. Trying to break free there with the ball is Wally, as there was a triangle of Bears players just basically collapsing on him in Hardy, Brown, and Baksh. And he lost possession of the ball. Coming in now here, we get to see Matthew Szymanski, who had possession of it, but the whistle was blown. I think they just needed to try to reset the shot clock, and they will get things up and going again. Also getting our first look at Connor Bastido in this game here on Bear Pride Night. Hancock. Leaving it It's Bax trying to spin away. That one poked free. However, he did get the pass to Bastido. He goes up on the right side and makes the bucket. And now the Bears are starting to feel it a little bit. It's still a huge hole. However, it's not like they can't do it. Cortez, time and space, easily makes that three-pointer, and the crowd goes silent. That's stolen away, and going back the other way is going to be Harrelly for two, as he was able to take it away from Baksh. Less than 1 minute remaining in the first half. 43-17 now the score. Szymanski looking and finding Ethan Baksh, who will go back up to the point. He'll do a stutter step, almost out of play in front of the Red Dragons bench, but it was kept in, and Wally regained control of it. Cortez at midcourt being smothered like butter on rice by Baksh, and they will call the foul on number one in gray and maroon. Only his first so far. Timeout is called, this time by SUNY Oneonta with 14.7 seconds remaining. They still have the ball, and they're up 43-17. 7 fouls on the Red Dragons, 4 on the Bears. Right now, it is Nate Cohen with the most points for Oneonta. He has 14 with 4 three-pointers made successfully in a row. And for the Bears, looks like tied with 4 points is Ozen and Baksh. SUNY Potsdam already back out here. And finally now, the Red Dragons will walk their way back down to the far side of the Jerry Welch Gymnasium. Cortez is over there and gets the inbound from LeClaire. Shot clock turned off. 10 seconds remaining. That's tipped away. Bastido, can he make it? He does. Can he get the pass off? No, it's taken away. And they're going to say that the foot of Wally went out of play. It's Bears ball. 3.4 seconds remaining. Can they get the shot off in time? Szymanski, Hancock, can he get away? He'll take the shot. No good. And it's rebounded by 3 different players for the Cortland Red Dragons. So that will end our first half of play in this men's basketball matchup between the Red Dragons and the SUNY Potsdam Bears. And right now, your score after one half of play, it is going to be the Red Dragons. Excuse me, it's going to be just trying to get the live stats up. The Red Dragons 43 and the SUNY Potsdam Bears 17. SUNY Potsdam showing signs of life there in the second half of the first half. However, they're still coming up empty-handed on certain opportunities that were given to them by the Red Dragons, and they will have to try to fix that, correct those mistakes as they come out here for the second half of play. And we are going to take our break here during halftime. We'll be back here with the intermission statistics and give you updated out-of-town scores, including the men's hockey game across the way here in Maxey Hall. So don't go anywhere. Keep staying right here, and we'll be right back momentarily on both Mix 96.1 FM and PotsdamBears.com. right, Todd, we're back in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, on Mix 96.1 FM and streaming on PotsdamBears.com through the Huddle fan app. With Todd Truax engineering this broadcast, I'm Taylor Salisbury, and at halftime in men's basketball at the Jerry Wills Gymnasium here in Potsdam, New York, it is currently the Red Dragons of Oneonta 43 and the SUNY Potsdam Bears 17. As we look at the statistics through one half of play, for the Red Dragons, they go 18 for 36 on their field goal attempts from the field, a 50% flat average. The Bears, 7 for 29, are 24.1% from the field. On the three-pointers, Oneonta, 6 for 11. That gives them a slight edge of 54.5% over the 50% marker. And the Bears are 1 for 9, 11.1%. The free throw attempts, Oneonta only had 2. They go 1 for 2, 50% average. And SUNY Potsdam 2 for 5. That gives them a 40% average. 28 rebounds picked up here by Oneonta. 20 of them were defensive. 11 rebounds for the Bears. 9 defensive, 2 on the offense. There was a 30-point largest lead here, which is, well, that was at the 38-8 standing in the first half. 10 assists for the Red Dragons, 5 for the Bears. 7 turnovers by SUNY Potsdam, 6 for Oneonta. And this is quite interesting, too. 18 bench points for Oneonta, 7 for the Bears. 29 on-court points for SUNY Oneonta, only 5 for SUNY Potsdam. That is a very impressive statistic. Let's look at the out-of-town scoreboard here as we have some updated scores for you and some finals to speak about. We mentioned the women's hockey team came out with a victory against Morrisville across the way here in Maxey Hall, 2-1 this afternoon. The men's volleyball team is up in the fourth set, 23-22 on Elmira. However, Elmira leads 2-1. In men's hockey across the way, it is now Plattsburgh 3, Potsdam 2 with 9 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the second period. SUNY Canton women's hockey team also come out with a win, 2-1 over William Smith. The women's basketball team cruised to a victory against Buffalo State, 84-55. The men's hockey team trails Skidmore, who we will see tomorrow evening here in Maxey Hall. At the end of 2 periods of play, it's 3-2. And the men's basketball team is tied up with Buffalo State 11 apiece with 13:06 remaining in the first half. St. Lawrence University, their women's basketball team will barely defeat RPI 69-62. The men's hockey team is taking on Brown University at Appleton Arena, 10 miles down the road, and they are scoreless still halfway through the second period. The men's basketball team versus RPI at the half is down 31-22. The Clarkson Golden Knights women's basketball team will fall to Union 70-65. The men's hockey team is playing Yale at Cheel Arena across town. With 5 minutes remaining in the second period, Clarkson is up 3-0. The men's basketball team is losing to Union 38-22. It looks like 23 was the score there. 2 minutes and 31 seconds remaining before halftime. And also in men's SUNYAC basketball at the half, New Paltz has a lead over Plattsburgh 42-34. And Oswego State 33, Fredonia 18, 6 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first half. As we have started back up here at the Jerry Wells Gymnasium, it is a 43-17 lead here for the Red Dragons. They have the first possession on offense. Ooh, miscommunication there. The ball is thrown out of play that time by Carlos Almanzar as he was looking to give it back to Leclerc. Hancock will lob this one to the opposite side of the hardwood for Bryson Brown. Brown with a bounce pass. Hancock receives it. He'll try to get by with Ozen's support. No dice. Brown kicks it out. It's Hardy. And he'll go back up to the point. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Kimokai gets the pass, lets it go, and it finally falls for 3. Or was it? No, they're going to say that it was only 2. I thought it was 3. The crowd thought it was 3. However, it's only going to be 2 there for Bobby Kimokai. 43-19 now. Cortez. Hang time on that one. Gives it to Almanzar. Fakes the pass back to Cortez, and there's the pick. He'll get it right back. He'll get the 2 points and the and one on Hancock. So just like that, that beginning of the half momentum for the Bears just derailed here. As here is the and one. And that is sunk by Carlos Almanzar. So here comes Mr. Electric, Bryson Brown, with a just Thor-like pass to Timothy Hardy. I'm surprised he caught it. Brown got it back to Hancock. He'll spin away and have to pass it to Hardy as he ran out of options. Check pass to Ozen. He'll try to go up. He does. But the pushing call is going to go against Almanzar. That's his first. Ozen will go up to the line. The big man gets a chance here. And he'll make the first one. 46-20. Ozen taking his time. And there he'll put it in again. Nicely done. Coming back the other way is Leclerc. He'll head Bob, his man, towards the opposite side as he passes to Cortez, trying to get away from Bryson Brown, who keeps a step on him. Leclerc fakes out the three-point shot. Hardy got a piece of him as he wrapped his arm around him. Surprised there wasn't a foul called against the Bears. Hancock got the rebound defensively off the shot. Ozen to Hardy. Then falling over like a pile of bricks was Knox on Ozen, who puts in 2 points, too. Cortez is going to try for 3. Oh, what a shot. Just as the Bears are able to gain some sort of traction, Oneonta answers right back every time. It's not even missing a step. So Kimokai with a fadeaway floater, no good, and Knox came down with it. Got a lot of people shuffling in here to the gymnasium. Must be intermission time across the way. The end of the second period of play in men's hockey. Here's another three-point shot that's off target by the Red Dragons, and it did go out over the line off of Ozen, so Cortez will inbound this one 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. It will be right here underneath us in the crow's nest. LeClaire getting away from Hardy. Ooh, wow. Beautiful hook shot in the paint. You got to tip the cap there to LeClaire. That was not easy. However, he made it look easy as he went over Hardy. Hancock tries his signature move from the right side of the glass. It didn't even make it up to the top of the net. Setting up shop. It's a pass down low for Almanzar, wide open. And he gets another 2 points. Already here in the second half, he's sitting at 5. Total, it looks like he has 9 unofficially. Hardy over the head. Got it in for 2. And he'll get the and 1. Second foul going against Delano Knox, and Hardy hits his and 1. 53-26 the score. 15 minutes and 46 seconds remaining here in the contest. Pass back. Cortez deep to Knox. Now trying to get the play going again was Hurley. That ball trickles out of play. It did go off of Hardy last. It will remain Oneonta's ball. Ozen subbed out for Landon Cox, who will take over with the other big freshman, Almanzar. 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Cortez has to break free. He does. Hancock puts a hand up. Shot airmailed in. Cortez fell to the ground. And Hardy will score. But you got to watch here, as Cortez will, as quick as a flash, come back the other way. He has just the same amount of speed as Bryson Brown. He's wide open for a 3, and he again puts it in for 3 on the Bears. This is Cox to Brown. Back to Hancock. Hancock, step back with a little bit of time. 3-point shot, no good. Bounced off the back of the rim. Here is a home run pass, telegraphed. Hancock saw it all the way. And they're going to say it did go off of the Bears last. Fresh shot clock and the ball for Oneonta. As Coach Conover tries to get the right personnel in the right places. Quick shot here for 3. It's Cohen. Brown to Hardy. Hardy dribbles this one to the right side. On the key, that one falls backwards. Don't know if it hit a body. However, Cohen regains possession. Cortez was looking for Almanzar. Hancock takes it away. Spinorama move. Cortez gets back on D. And the foul is called. Second one on Cortez. And you'd think Hancock would have known better on that one. He knows Cortez can get back in literally the blink of an eye. He kind of waited on it and tried to make a move there towards the net as he was coming in on a break. He got it back from Brown, trying to body his way through Knox. No good. And it's going to be taken away by Nick Cortez. Cortez crossing the court. Got it back to Cohen. His 3-point shot that time does not go in. But here's an opportunity for Hardy. Swatted out of his hands, and it does go off of his thigh muscle over the end line. Offensive turnover by the Bears as they're looking at almost the halfway mark here in the second half. 59-28 the score. Bounce pass to a wide open Mitchell Murray. And now it's Cohen trying to get away from Singh. Cortez backpedaling, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Cohen trying to break free, got the pick play. However, Bastido stayed with him, got it down to Knox somehow, some way. Bastido rebounds it. That will go out of play off of Cohen. And this time it's offensive turnover against SUNY Oneonta. Bryson Brown through the legs, being watched by Cortez. Figured that would be the pairing as he'll leave it for Landon Cox. Drive-by pass. Singh on the right side, trying to slash in from the lane. Couldn't do it, but he does get the foul. That'll be the third against Cohen. 2 shots here for Singh. He was 1 for 2 in the opening half. And his first shot is on target. Let's see if he can make the second one. It's on its way. And good! Losing control of the ball there briefly was Pat Evans. He did grab it once more and get it to Cortez. Cortez can't get by Brown. Looking to set up a pick. Can't do it. And it looks like Brown did get a reach-in foul. His second. However, that will not lead to foul attempts for Cortez. They'll just have to inbound this one from the sideline. And there we go. Looks like the shot clock had to be fixed there. They're back in play. Evans to Mitchell Murray, who goes to the opposite side in front of his bench. Cortez to Knox as he'll look with a pivot. Puts it towards the net and bounces it off the board and in for 2. First points for number 14 since I want to say the very start of this game. Singh trying a layup on the right side, no good. And that, I believe, will be the 4th foul against Cohen. If I'm not mistaken, no, they're actually going to give it to Knox, which will be his 3rd. Singh once again steps up to the line. First shot, no good. Actually bounced back at him off the front. Bring this back to a 30-point deficit. And he does on the second opportunity. 61-31. Cortez. Cohen trying to get away from Hancock. Lobs it over 2 heads. Knox. Back here to Evans. Evans trying to get away from Bastido. Pitches it to Knox. Knox over Hancock. What a nifty play. And just like that, Knox has 4 here. Singh in that upper right-hand corner. Almost slid onto the hardwood. However, he did get the pass away to Cox. Bastido slams through. I believe that is Cohen, or no, Evans. And boy, oh boy, he is down on the court. Looks like he's finally getting up here, but I believe he's bleeding from either the nose or the mouth area, so he's going to have to go over there to the medical table for some repairs. Both teams coming together in a group huddle. .11 minutes and 27 seconds remaining as it's 63-31 Red Dragons. SUNY Potsdam will basically keep the same personnel out. Brown, Singh, Ethan Baksh steps back out here for Landon Cox, Bastido, and Tim Hardy. Evans looks to be okay as he has come back in here, but it looks like he might still be having a little bit of difficulty here as they were trying to give him something to block the bleeding. Mitchell Murray with authority comes in for two. And then coming the other way is Bryson Brown as he's able to put one down. First points for Brown in the second. It's Cohen. Three-point shot, no good. That one tipped in the air not once but twice. And Knox was able to corral it. Mitchell Murray. Back to Knox. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Cohen lets it fly. It's good as he gets it by Bastido. Oh, boy. That is the sixth three-point shot in the contest for Cohen as Ethan Baksh battling for the ball in the offensive zone. Nobody there to help him out. No supporting cast whatsoever. And the ball is hurled out of bounds. Not much you can do when the whole team, all five of the players of the Red Dragons are back in their defensive zone, crashing the net. And the only one in there is Ethan Baksh trying to pick up the ball. Kimokai to Hardy. Singh. Bastido, quick three-point shot, airmailed, and will go out over the line. Coach Bechtel not pleased with what he's seeing here from his team that is out there currently on the court. Cortez thinking about that three-pointer. Decides not to and got it to Mitchell Murray. Back. Cortez thought about it for a second time. Now he'll swing down low, giving it up. This is going to be Shea Barber in here now. His first time. And Singh knocks that one away and has a little talk with Barber. The officials telling him to break it up. However, that could have been almost a technical call against Singh, and that's not out of the ordinary for this Potsdam Bears team as Barber picks up the rebound and then he just stares a hole through Singh as he walks backwards. My, oh my. Hardy gets the pass from Singh. Nobody on him. Nicely done for Hardy as he flies right to the basket for two. 70-35. Now the score, 8 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. Barber to Gonzalez. Cohen kicks it back to Gonzalez, right down the middle. Three-point shot, no good. Put back by Cohen is no good, but there is a foul on Bastido. So Cohen up to the foul line. He has not had any opportunities just yet. Coach Bechtel shouting something to the official down there as he almost stepped halfway onto the court as well, shouting. The referees are coming together to discuss something. Guess he did not believe that should have been a foul. So we'll just have to wait and see. They might have to go and take a gander at this at the scores table. As both teams will just wait around. The crowd also will get a little restless here. While we have a minute, we'll try to get some more updates on some scores. So I've just gotten word that the men's hockey team is still down 3-2 here against Plattsburgh State. And I was also trying to look in on other men's hockey scores to see where they would kind of be falling depending if everything stays the same. Meanwhile, the officials have gone over to the scores table to look at the previous play. At this point, with the game being 35 points, I don't know if it's necessarily going to matter a whole lot here. However, we'll just have to wait and see. Looking at the scores in hockey, Cortland leads Morrisville 7-1. So for Cortland, I don't have my statistics in front of me for the hockey, but I don't think that's going to be good for the Bears. Hobart is over Buffalo State. That actually might be good news for SUNY Potsdam. And Oswego State leads Fredonia. So again, I think that also plays into the hands of the Bears, at least going into tomorrow's game. They are going to give the shots to Cohen. The first one was good. Coach Bechtel and the official having a conversation in front of the Bears bench as the teams are able to come in now again to the side of the Keys in the Bears' defensive territory. Cohen. Second shot. No good. And he'll get that third one. There it goes. And it's good. Jacob Jerome, a freshman guard from Poughkeepsie, New York, 6'1", will be stepping in here for Cohen. That will probably end his night, I would assume, at this particular point in time, as Singh comes back the other way. Fakes the pass to Kimokai. Then gives it at the ankles to Baksh, and he'll get hit from behind. Mitchell Murray will get his third. So 2 shots for Baksh. He's ready. Lets the first one go. And that one, I do not believe that fell in. It didn't look like it. So here's one more. It's on its way. Good. Still a fair amount of time. And a very good cushion here for the Red Dragons. They have now put out the extra bench players here, with the exception of Mitchell Murray. Barber cannot come up with the rebound. Singh has it. And Singh takes some forearms from behind by Barber, so that'll be his first foul in the contest. Timeout called here by the Red Dragons with 8 minutes exactly remaining in the second half. Oneonta leads Potsdam 73-36. 7 fouls in the second half for the Red Dragons, 5 for the Bears on this short 15-second timeout. In the second, Ozen has 4 points, Baksh has 1, Singh has 3, Hardy has 5, looks like Bastido has 2, and Bryson Brown has 2. Mike Hancock has been left off the stat sheet here in the second half. That is no bueno for Coach Bechtel and company. For the Red Dragons, Cohen had 2 3-pointers and 2 free throws. So in the second half alone, that's 8 points. And then again, he had 14 in the first. Cortez had 6 in the second. Mitchell Murray had a 2-pointer. Knox has 4 points. Looks like LeClaire had 2 points as well. And then Almanzar to kick it off had 5. Second shot by Singh. No good. This one is intercepted in the passing lane as Hardy will trot his way to the left side of the gymnasium. It's Singh now with possession of the rock as he passes it to Baksh. At the point, to the left wing side. Kimokai trying to push in on Barber. Can't do it. Bastido quickly gets it back to Baksh. 3-point shot hits the left side of the tin and away. With it now, and with speed, beating the defense of Hardy was Hurley for 2. Singh setting up shop. He gave it to Hardy as he tries to push away from Jerome. Hardy over Jerome. The shot rolls out of the bowl. Mitchell Murray glides in again past Kimokai for 2. And that will force Coach Bechtel to possibly look at bringing Szymanski and Landon Cox back out here as substitution. 77-36 now the score. Hardy with a nice jump shot from about 2 feet away for 2. Faking the 3-point shot, coming away with it is Jerome. That one from the right corner of the paint is good for 2. First 2 points for Jerome. Singh, not to be outdone, sinks it. Nice. Six minutes remaining here. As it will be worked around. Barber got it to Hurley. Jerome. Mitchell Murray. Bastido stole that one away. A nice pickpocket. And here come the Bears the other way. It's Singh past Barber. Goes up for it. As those two have kind of had a spirited game so far between one another. And Barber will get the foul. Singh back to the line for another 2 attempts. Szymanski and Cox back out here for the Bears. First shot is successful for Singh. Substitution here for Mitchell Murray is going to be Wally coming back into this one. The junior from Brooklyn, New York. And Singh's second shot rolls off the right side. No good. Jerome looking up. Gonzalez Jerome. He'll go around the umbrella, now try to swing into the middle lane. No good. Gonzalez on the pass. Back out to the three-point land. He'll let it go. Ooh, that one just missed as it's brought down here by Baksh. And Baksh will crisscross applesauce as Singh gets it from Bastido. Trying to spin away from Gonzalez. Can't do it. And it looks like they're going to call it a turnover here against SUNY Potsdam on the travel. Coach Bechtel thought it was a jump ball. However, he will not get that call. Less than 5 minutes remaining here in the game. At this particular point in time, the Red Dragons could, all intents and purposes, maybe reach the 90-point plateau here on the Bears. Szymanski will advance the ball forward to Singh. Outlet pass now to Cox. Bastido has a chance for three. That's no good. Rebounded here by the Red Dragons. And Bastido knocks that one away from Wally. He is able to recover, though. Barber for three. That one was in and out. Rebound picked up by Oneonta. And the foul will go against the Bears as trying to dish it into the net was Connor Mannix. Cox with his first foul. So Mannix up to the line. And his first shot, textbook, picture perfect on that one. Just a great follow through, not a whole lot of hang time, very nice. And here's the second. No good. Cox, defensive rebound. Bastido on the right wing side gives it to Szymanski, and right back to him. Now to the left. Singh. Cox. Singh. Wide open is Szymanski. Cannot control the ball. However, I believe the foul should go against Josh Smalls. No, it will be Mannix, number 24, with his first. Szymanski, first two shots in this game from the foul line. First shot is good. 80-42 the score. He can make it 80-43 here with less than 4 minutes to go. And cannot do it. Gonzalez on the rebound. Gives it to Smalls. They work it to the left wing side. Going in there was Jerome. He missed it. And the foul will actually go this time against Jacob Jerome. And that went to Landon Cox. Let's see what he can do here. He's got an interesting shot selection. He always leans to the left with it as he's a right-handed shot. First one is unsuccessful. Second one, no good. Jacobs getting this one back. It was whipped to him by Smalls. Down low. With it now is going to be Wally. Back up top. Wally watched by Cox. He gets away. Cox tries to come back in. Wally gets the 2 points and the and one on Cox. Wally looking to make it 83-42. Can't do it. It's a 40-point lead here for Oneonta, all things considered. And we do have an update here on the men's hockey game. It is now 5-2, Plattsburgh State over the Bears. Picked up here by Cox. Across forces Mansky. With speed, now he'll slow it down as he comes up to the foul line. Pushing it back here, it's Singh, three-pointer. He puts up a brick. Cox comes down with a rebound, puts the body on Smalls, and they are going to call. I thought they were calling an offensive foul. Yes, they are on Cox. For a second there, they thought they were lining up for Cox to take free throws, but he really put the body on there. Gonzalez crossing. Now it's Jerome. Pushing off from Singh. He got it back to Smalls at the point. 12 seconds. It's Gonzalez. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Faking the three is Wally. Got it down low, and that one is punched away at the last second by Singh. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Oneonta is going to have to be quick here on the inbound. Jerome looking. He finds Gonzalez. Can't take the three-point shot. Has to curl in. 1 second. He got the shot away. It was no good. Rebounded here. Now he'll get a second opportunity for three, and it's good. Oh, boy. From deep, it's Gonzalez. Vestito finds Cox. Now to Singh. Singh through the legs, trying to spin away, fade away. Nicely done for two from about 4 feet. As we only have about $1:30 remaining on the clock. Wally goes up. He hit Cox. I don't know if it was in the forearm or the face. No harm, no foul as they kind of talking to each other back into the Oneonta defensive zone. Trying to get away with it is Baksh. Pops it up. No good. Off the left side. Picked up here with speed. Coming back the other way is Wally. Looked for the back pass trailer, and it was taken away by Baksh. He got it to Szymanski, who gets a hand on him. Was Smalls. And at this time, I think that Pat Evans and Josh Smalls are the only players who have not gotten points yet for the Red Dragons. Everybody else has. Szymanski makes the first one. And he'll go 3 for 4 in the contest. Less than 1 minute remaining in the game. As Jerome with a hook shot, it's good for 2. It's Ethan Baksh with the rock. Down the left wing side. Slowly, Cox will come in for the pick. Drive-by handoff. Singh through the legs, not once but twice. Trying to give it back to Cox, but it looked like he was held up there by a player. Now it's Wally faking the first shot. Behind him, Singh pokes the ball away, and that one got stuck in between the board and the rim. Luckily, with the wingspan that Singh has, he was able to go up and pop it off instead of them having to try to get a second basket to take it away. Cox gets this one with less than 30 seconds. Szymanski dribbling it out here. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Lost it. Picked up by Singh. Cox has a chance as he drives to the net. Does not make the shot. But there is another foul here going against the Red Dragons. It will be the second on Connor Mannix. Landon Cox makes his first shot. He's now 1 for 3 as he came up empty on his first 2. And the second one decides to make its way in. Gonzalez didn't see from behind that Singh was there, but he will be able to keep this one for himself as time expires in our second game of the doubleheader here at Jerry Wells Gymnasium. And your final score in men's basketball is Oneonta 89 and the SUNY Potsdam Bears 48. As you can see, some of the Bears who have been here, that are still here, that played with Nick Cortez, coming together, showing signs of respect. In the end, the offensive prowess of the Red Dragons just way too much for this Bears team who has just really had bad misfortune throughout the entire game. Well, through the entire season, for that matter. But they do have one more game to look forward to tomorrow afternoon as they will take on SUNY New Paltz. As we will take a look at the post-game statistics for both of these teams, pulling up the full team stats. Here we go. Oneonta, 36 for 72. That's a 50% field goal percentage, just like they were at the end of one half of play. The Bears, 16 for 52, go 30.8% at the end of the game. In three-pointers, Oneonta, 11 for 25, 44%. The Bears, 1 for 14, 7.1%. On free throws, Oneonta 6 for 10, a 60% average. The Bears 15 for 25, also a 60% average in that category. 53 rebounds for SUNY Oneonta, 22 for Potsdam. And it looks to be here as I scroll down. 17 assists for the Red Dragons, only 8 for the Bears. 12 turnovers on the Red Dragons, 11 for SUNY Potsdam. That is actually a surprising statistic. In the very end of the game, I thought the Bears had a lot more than the Red Dragons did. 50 bench points for Oneonta, only 21 here for SUNY Potsdam in the game. 8 blocks by the Bears, 4 for the Red Dragons, 8 steals for Potsdam, and 5 for Oneonta. And as we look here at second chance points and points in the paint, 44 and 23 for the Red Dragons, whereas the Bears only had 26 points in the paint and 0 second chance points. And with that, going over here to my sheet, Oneonta now will go to 14 and 3 in the SUNYAC. They're 16 and 8 overall. They've won their last 4 games in a row, as again they are just still trying to solidify that second seed position in the SUNYAC playoffs. And SUNY Potsdam goes to 1 and 16 overall, or 1 and 16 in the SUNYAC, 1 and 23 overall, and they have now kept the losing streak intact as they're now at 17. Want to mention one more time that we do have 2 basketball games here tomorrow afternoon at 2 and 4. The women's and men's basketball team take on SUNY New Paltz here at the Jerry Welsh Gymnasium. You can hear it on Mix 96.1 FM or watch along on PotsdamBears.com or see it live here at Maxey Hall. And then there will also be the third game tomorrow evening. It is a 7 o'clock p.m. game as the Potsdam Bears men's hockey team takes on Skidmore College. And we'll have to wait and see this evening how that will shake up and see if Potsdam still has a shot after it looks like they're about to be defeated by Plattsburgh State. Time to wrap things up here for this evening's games. A huge thank you to the wonderful staff and volunteers here at Maxey Hall and SUNY Potsdam. A huge thank you, as always, to all of you wonderful listeners and viewers across the sound waves, because none of this is possible without your support. Once again, your final in men's basketball, it was the Oneonta Red Dragons 89 and the SUNY Potsdam Bears 48. For Todd Truax engineering this broadcast on the Mix 96.1 FM side, I'm Taylor Salisbury, and until tomorrow afternoon, we are wishing you a great and safe Friday evening from all of us here at PotsdamBears.com and Mix 96.1 FM, a Stevens Communications station.